To get access to Selene, you'd have to file a petition. Queen Yolanda has closed the borders and nobody's allowed in or out unless you are an elf. Bellevue Manor is the headquarters of the Mounted Borderers, the third company. Unfortunately, Count Wilfric has pulled back the Mounted Borderers from the Cron Hills, from patrolling the hills, protecting the merchant caravans. And that's where all this political tension is happening lately, besides the banditry on the rise. A lot of things are happening right now, and Viscount's is one of the problems. He ordered the Mounted Borderers back and depleted the manpower here at Bellevue Manor. So there's only like a dozen men left. And the dozen men are the Mounted Borderers. It's an elite unit. They're known as the Long Riders. And they're tasked with maintaining order and security along the borders of Verbobonc. Another section on the relationships and alliances with Selene, the Viscounty, and the Gnarly Forest, which points towards the Gnarly Rangers and the Elves of the Gnarly. So we go into detail there. On the next page, I like to add flavor text. So if you're a dungeon master that appreciates flavor text, I have a lot of it here for you to use. Now you can ad-lib it, you can paraphrase it, whatever, but it's enough to give you a feel for the place, a vibe, to roleplay from. And there's a lot of great artwork for each location, so you can use that to show your players or just use it to show your players or not. As you can see on this page, I wrote quite a bit for the flavor text of approaching the Elven Fortress. And below that is the actual description of that location. Location number 1 on the map. I wrote details about the architecture and the design of it. On the right is a section on architecture and design. The gleaming spires, the graceful arches, the enchanted battlements, the gilded front gates, the guards. All that you need to be able to run this place. I even added a quote from one of the elven guards there. The next page is more about the command and the garrison there. Command and garrison under the command of Hesta Malker Tellerine. He's a knight commander of Selene, and he's the captain of this fortress. And we have lieutenant, scout leaders, and the permanent garrison of 50 Grey Elves. Where it says click here actually takes you to their stat blocks, and sometimes more dialogue as well. Also outlined is their duties and responsibilities, like border security, military training, and diplomatic duties.